Well, hello, beautiful people. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with me. And I definitely appreciate that. To all the new people stopping by my channel, hi, you guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on that bell notification so you're notified each time I post a video. And to all of my returning subscribers, hey, y'all. And so today is Vlogmas Day 12. I already posted a video for Spotlight Saturday, so you guys should already have seen that. That was posted this morning. But today is the second Saturday of the month, which is Weekends with the Wells, whatever you want to call it. So I'm here with my co-host, Joseph, my husband. And do you want to say something to the people?
What to do, what the business is. You already know what I do, so you already know what the business is.
So yeah, so we are going to be on here just basically for a date night type situation with you guys, just because, you know, everything's still kind of shut down. So this is where we kind of like hang out with y'all, chit chat, talk about all the things. So today's topic, well, before I say what today's topic is, if you can share me out, definitely share me out. If you can thumbs up, that is great. And then also make sure you leave a genuine comment. I'm going to take this Band-Aid off, even though my nail is hanging on. Also, make sure you leave a genuine comment before this live is over. So anyway, so enough of that. Hey, Shutterbug Infinity, how are you? So today's topic is going to be lessons learned in 2020. And so before we get into lessons learned in 2020, we will do our segment of either what's grinding our gears or what is making us happy at the current moment. So I'm going to start with you. What has grinded your gears since the last time we talked to the people? And also, if anything has grinded your gears or something that you're excited about, put that in the comments so that way we can talk about it too. So what's grinded your gears or what has made you happy? Did you want to get your phone so that way you can see the chat?
Yeah, I get the phone.
Okay. Brief intermission while he gets his phone. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful Saturday. Hello to the 5 people in the chat. Hey, y'all. Hey, Philly girl. Hey, Edward Smart. Yes, I need to go to your channel, ASL Interpreter. I'm going to like everybody's channel and like showing them love because y'all are here on my channel showing me love. And so just look for me to be in your comments of some of your videos. I've just been trying to like get all of my watch hours up. So yeah, I'm going to be checking out a lot of y'all's channels. So y'all let's see me in the comments. If you don't see me in the comments, just know that I'm probably in there thumbsing y'all up. But yeah, y'all let me know in the comments what are some things you guys are excited about. And let me know what has been grinding your gears. If you are here with your significant other or whatever the case may be, and then we can talk with all of them too, because after all, this is a date night. Babe, are you on your way?
Yeah.
I'm gonna run you tonight. Okay, thank you. Mr. Wells here is taking forever.
Conducting business.
All on my feet. What's wrong with your phone?
No, that's your lie. I don't want my phone. It's in the phone file.
Can't be. Can y'all see and hear me okay? Comment in the chat if y'all can see me. Well, one, your phone is super cracked. Click on it again.
That ain't got nothing to do. This is perfectly fine, man.
Yeah, y'all let me know if y'all can see and hear me okay. Because Joe's phone has me looking raggedy. Leah, can you see me okay? Hey, Mr. Frank, how are you? Can you see me? Okay, so it's just your regular phone. Androids. That's you. You might want to turn me down so you don't get me copywritten.
Well, how am I get you copywritten on your own voice?
Because it's another video playing in my video. This is a live, so yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, you guys, Leah said, do you need to get an Apple phone?
No, I don't.
And Mr. Frank said he can see and hear me.
Okay.
Edward Smart said he can see. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. And so anyway, so babe, what has either grinded your gears or what is something that you are excited about?
One of the things that grind my gears, I probably already said this before, not putting numbers on your mailbox. And I will continue to say that every time. Please, you have a package coming. You know you have a package coming. You know how I know you know you got a package coming? Because you call our station and wonder what the package is. So, please, to help your fellow couriers, we have a lot of work to do out there, and it'll just help us out so much if you just put new numbers on your mailbox and your home, preferably reflective. We're gonna, it gets darker quicker, so we have to use a flashlight. And just don't rely on your neighbor, or you've been living there years, we automatically know where you stay. That's not the case, because sometimes it's not even the same person in your neighborhood. That's usually your normal person in your neighborhood. So with that being said, please, it grinds our gears when we have to drive up 2 or 3 houses just to find that one house because they were too lazy to put numbers on their mailboxes that are reflective. So I will really appreciate if y'all was to do that. That really grinds our gears.
You speaking for all the couriers?
All the couriers, because all the couriers feel my pain. They know exactly what I'm talking about. And we just said that you said one thing that grind your gears,
and one thing that you're excited about.
One thing that I'm excited about. Oh, one more thing that grind my gears, since I kind of initiated the numbers on the mailbox previously. One thing that grinds my gears, if you're a business owner like myself, or if you have like an online store, you have to deal with customers. If you're that customer, I'm not saying that you are personally, but if you are that customer, I have an online store, okay? When a person orders from me, I ship out within 1 business day, okay? So once that shipment leaves, this really almost goes for any business online or whatever. Once the person that you bought from ships it off, it's really nothing we could do once it's shipped off. I had a customer come to me today, file a case on me today, file a case on me talking about she hasn't gotten her Timberland boots yet. And it's been 3 days, okay? So mind you, I did send her the tracking number, tracking information, so she can track it. The tracker says that it's in Atlanta, okay? What you want me to do? It's in Atlanta. What you want me to do? You want me to drive to Atlanta, drive to you personally? No, I can't do that. So, yeah. Use common sense sometimes, folks. But yeah, that's just for the business owners out there that have to deal with customers and stuff. Like, people crazy. And we said, good thing.
Yes.
All right. Now that we got those out of the way. Good thing is also just do you want something that's good to happen to me or something that I just think is good?
Either one.
Okay. People appreciate, I can't even talk. People appreciate
what?
People appreciate
God, no.
lips in a way.
Big my lips.
Man, remember the chapter dry. Anyway, people appreciate a thank you, a simple thank you. Now I'm subconscious because I'm saying appreciate. But anyway, it's always good to thank somebody. It's always good to do something nice for somebody. It's always good, just nice to be nice. No, nothing in return. Just do something nice for somebody. Like I had a customer come to me and I delivered her child's miniature piano, right? She bought her child a miniature piano. And she just came outside and just thanked me and gave me some peanut brittle. I ain't eat a peanut brittle because I don't eat people food from their house like that. But it was just appreciative.
It was what?
I was. You know what? I'm not gonna do this. The third thing that's been getting on my nerves. This one over here. Let's make that third thing because she don't know how to stop freaking trying to roast people.
Your lips.
God dang. We already got over that. Anyway. It's just nice to be nice to somebody, okay? I'm going to leave it at that.
It took him almost 10 years to get appreciate. Appreciate. What?
You say what you got to say, God dang it. I'm on film.
Hey, Vern. Hello to the 6 people. Okay, you guys, hold on. I'm trying to read the chat real quick. I remember when our elevators were down, the FedEx guy was in the stairwell. The FedEx guy used the stairwell. Yeah. Y'all, the stories Joe be talking about, it'd be a whole ordeal. So I am going to say, Carmen, how many lollipops you need? She, for this one time, she can because we're on live.
Okay, go ahead. Don't make a mess, okay?
All right, be good. I'm on my ankle. Anyway, so one thing that I'm super excited about is somebody had a birthday. Happy birthday. Joe had a birthday. He turned 55. Just kidding. He's only 38. So Joe is officially 38. His birthday was last Friday. Babe, tell him what you got. First, you need to get a new phone, but tell him what you got. I'll tell him. He got a GoPro. Yay! I'm tired of him, y'all. So Joe's birthday was last week. Hey, Kenyatta! And one thing that grinds my gears, y'all, is the touchy subject in our house. You look good for a double nickel. That's what Brian said. And so,
real
y'all,
it's real cute.
Y'all know we went and got our Christmas tree. And y'all have seen in the past when I used to post a lot on Instagram, which two things. One, what grinds my gears is how lax I've been on Instagram. So effective Monday, that is going to change. So I'm going to be more active on Instagram. 2, what grinds my gears is y'all know that we went and got a live tree. Y'all seen that on the first day of Vlogmas. Okay? And y'all know in the past I've talked about, and y'all even seen it when I've been on my lives, how the freaking lizards just come out of nowhere. Mommy, I can't remember her name, but she's on Instagram, but she said that lizards are considered a blessing and that they mean good wealth and things of that nature. Whatever. Y'all, I hate lizards. Hey, AW. So here I am trying to be the sweetest wife known to man. Joe has the Christmas tree in the garage. I bring the said Christmas. So we picked out the Christmas tree on Sunday. Had the Christmas tree in the garage. I brought the Christmas tree in the house and put it in the stand. Took the little wrapping stuff off of it Wednesday. Thursday, I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead, put the lights on the tree, and go ahead and start decorating it. Y'all, I go and put the lights at the top of the tree. What is at the top of my god dang on tree? A whole lizard. a whole lizard in my house. So that means the lizard was in my house since Wednesday when I brought the tree in. So Joe just comes home from work. He's sitting on the floor watching TV, relaxing. And I'm literally trying not to scream because I know the girls are going to come downstairs. Y'all, I had to have Joe take the whole tree out the house. The entire tree with the stand, with water in it, because I had just put water in the tree. Y'all, these lizards got to go. I was annoyed. Joe has threatened to say that we're not getting another live tree. Thank God I wasn't doing cookies. Since it was Joe's birthday that week, I didn't do any cookies that week. But the whole lizard was hanging on for dear life like a little spider monkey on the top of my tree where the bow goes. So with that being said, after having almost a mini heart attack, the lizard is gone. Joe spent an hour outside shaking the tree because the tree was not going to come back in the house with the lizard in it. Okay? So Joe stood outside, shook the tree. It was dark. I think that was like the coldest day it was that week. It was like 30-something degrees outside.
I'm out here with a goddamn flashlight in the middle of the driveway. Neighbors driving by looking at me crazy like, why in the world this fool is out there with a flashlight in the tree looking for this goddamn lizard? No live
Yes,
tree.
yes, ASL interpreter. The show off reviews is Joe.
Yeah.
So Joe's like, no live tree. Y'all, please tell this sweet husband of mine that just because that one incident happened does not mean it will happen all the time. Girl, I was so upset because I knew Joe was getting to the point where I knew he was going to throw the tree away, but we hadn't even got our money's worth with the tree yet.
Gonna light it on fire.
You was going to light it on fire?
Light it on fire. Because it was cold out there. So you know what? This lizard don't want to come out. We'll light a fire under his, you know what?
Y'all, I cannot. So the lizard was asleep on the top of the tree. Mr. Frank, I don't know what it was doing, but it was holding on like this. Can y'all see that? To the top of the tree. No lie, babe. Wasn't that lizard holding on?
He was just chilling.
He was holding, okay?
He was chilling. Like he's supposed to be there.
Right? Yes, like he was supposed to be here. Had I not tried to put the lights on, and I had been on the tree for about an hour putting the lights on the tree. Okay? Y'all. Had that lizard got into my hair, that would have been it. That would have been it. It would have been no more just living life. It would have been just after death because I would have been done. So yeah, so that is what has grinded my gears is the goddamn on lizards. Also, when I go outside to go, because y'all know I done hung up the lights on the house. And so when I go to oh man, my charm came off. When I go to put the extension cord so I could actually turn the lights on outside the house, guess what's on the door? A lizard. Sick of them. So I had some raid because we had like an ant bed. So I sprayed the lizard. I sprayed the lizard with the raid, and he just looked at me like, ma'am, if you don't get out of here, he was just looking like at the door. So yeah, y'all, I'm over the lizards. I hate anything that has more or less legs than me. Y'all remember when we had Catgate out in the backyard for a while where we had the stray cats? We really didn't see any lizards when we had the stray cats in the backyard. But now, since they're gone, the lizards are here. So I don't know what Mother Nature is trying to do, but I need her to get it together and tell them lizards that this is not the house. It could be any other house, but not this house. So yeah, so y'all tell Joe in the comments that it's okay for us to get another live tree.
No more live trees.
and that he was just speaking out of anger, weren't you? Yeah. Now we're gonna get another live tree. Joe talking about he's gonna look for artificial trees starting like now.
After Christmas sale.
It's a no. It's a Christmas tradition, so you can't break a tradition.
Who tradition?
It's our tradition.
Who's our?
Us.
No.
We've had a live tree since we've been married.
Yeah.
Right.
But you know how I felt all the time about live trees, and this was just a confirmation on why we don't need.
This is not a confirmation. That's the devil trying to come in and steal what the Most High has for us.
See, Renee said Team Artificial.
Renee.
Renee.
Kenyatta, get off my live. Don't agree with Joe. Don't agree with him.
Artificial is the way to go. Just take it down from the
We
attic.
here.
Take it down from the attic every year. Ain't got
No, we're not taking it down from the attic. No. Kenyatta, you don't even talk to Joe. We here, girl.
The original says no live tree.
Mr. Frank.
Thank you.
Hey, Jess, Teresa. Y'all, don't y'all play into Joe. Y'all ain't even on his channel. We'll get another live tree. But that's what grinds my gears. What made me excited is it's my honey buns stud muffins birthday month. So yeah. Anything else you want to add?
No.
All right, y'all. So we are gonna get into our topic. The things that we have learned from 2020, so our lessons learned. Hold on, let me see. Come on, Jess. Come on and join us on the good side of. No, I'm not joining y'all. No, the girls have artificial trees in their room, and that's it. That's it. And even my parents, they have one live tree. Like the live tree is where you keep your gifts. The artificial trees are just for decoration. Just being a buzzkill. Anyways, you guys. So tonight's topic is lessons learned in 2020. And so Joe's going to give some of his lessons learned. I'm going to give some of my lessons learned. Y'all feel free to give us any lessons that y'all have learned in 2020. And then maybe lessons learned as a couple. So yeah. So you want to go ahead and start with your lessons learned since I just finished? What's one? What? Since I just finished talking. So what's your one lesson learned?
One of my lessons learned will be probably on the business side. It takes money to make money. Before I was kind of, I want to say kind of cheap, but I was kind of frugal. And in the business side that I am in, you can be frugal or, you can be cheap or whatever. But if you want to get to the next level, you're gonna have to spend money to get there. So one of my lessons is it takes money to make money.
Would you say with you, because wait, you've had this business for a year, right?
Going on a year and a half, almost 2 years.
It's been almost 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, it seemed like it was like you just started in January.
I started booming.
Well, yeah, you started booming in January. So knowing what you know now, since you said you gotta, what did you say? You said you gotta spend money to make money?
Yeah, it takes money to make money. Yeah.
So knowing what you know now, would you have done things the way that you're doing now? Knowing what you know now, would you have started off that way? Like just spending more money to make the money? Or do you think how you started off your business was more advantageous?
I think I didn't do enough research.
Also, y'all, Joe is the research king.
I didn't do enough research when I started my eBay business and doing certain things. I was spending money. In business, you can't really get the stuff that you like. You have to get stuff that I would say who you're selling to like. Like if I know, I might say, hey, I like you know, Polo Ralph Lauren. Just example, I might like Polo Ralph Lauren, right? But to the person that I'm selling to, might not like.
They might like Lacoste.
Yeah, they might like Lacoste, or more people are like Psycho Bunny, or a couple other name brand, you know, items. So what I had to do was, which I didn't do, was I had to do research on what is selling, what colors people like, and like they said, during how the seasons change, people wear certain colors. Like right now it's kind of winter, so people are going to be in more dark colors, black, green, your darker reds, those type of colors. So those would be the type of colors to sell. And your lighter colors in the spring and summer, or your lighter colors. So you want to start getting stuff to sell that's in your lighter colors. But yeah, I would say that's one of the things as far as I should have did more research. I mean, how I started off, I was new to it. First I did it as a hobby, and then I found out that it really makes you can really make money doing this, reselling or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah. So that's your lesson. Well, one of your lessons
learned?
One
of my lessons learned.
So one of my lessons learned, and I touched on this before, is procrastination is the biggest form of self-sabotage. And y'all, I'm the biggest procrastinator. I may look like I be having it together on these vlogs, but chill. I procrastinate, and then I self-doubt. And in my mind, I know I'm capable of doing it. I know that I was like, did I leave that open? I know I'm capable of doing it. I know I can do it. I know my idea will definitely take off, but then I second guess myself, and then I never initiate. So prime example, Joe bought me a 3D printer. Y'all asked me how many times have I actually used this 3D printer? None. Like, I know I can do this, but I am afraid of it taking off. Once it takes off, then what? That's the thing. Like, I start asking myself all of these questions versus just going ahead and doing what it is that I need to do to get to the next level. Like I told Joe, one of my goals for this year was to do my cookie cutters, because if you don't know, I have a cookie cutter business, and then to also do cookie stencils. Ask me, have I printed any stencils to sell? I have not. Have I printed them for individual use? Yes. But these are things like that I need to quit playing around with and actually doing it. And even like with my vlogs, like I know, like today, I should have sat here and batch recorded 10 videos today. How many did I do today? One. I only did one video. I still have 9 more videos to go that I need to actually vlog, edit, and post, for the simple fact the next 2 weeks are busy, super busy for my cookie business, and I'm not going to be able to continue Vlogmas if I don't go ahead and vlog. So why am I procrastinating? So then I'm sitting here stressing out on the back end, which then raises my blood pressure. For what reason? So yeah, I'm working on that procrastination part, because each time it just makes life 10 times worse. And on top of that, we are taking pictures tomorrow. And so there goes half of my day. I have a cookie delivery at 2, pictures at 4:30. And by the time we come home, I ain't going to want to do nothing. So that means I'm going to have to get up at 4 in the morning to knock out these 9 vlogs. So yeah, so that is one of my lessons learned for the year of 2020. Let me check the chat really quick, you guys. So where did we leave off? I seen this one. Okay, so Jess Teresa said, lesson learned, Keep grinding, you will get there. That is a good lesson. Also, well, I'm not gonna say my other lesson. That's a really good one. Really good one. Kenyatta said that she researches everything too. So true. I'm trying to right. Procrastination is so hard. Just like, okay, so even with procrastination, because that's the same thing. Y'all, I could have been monetized, but I was playing games. I didn't really start getting serious about being monetized until I hit my 1,000 subscribers. Until I did that, I was like, oh, okay, now that I know that I'm so close to reaching monetization, Joe could be monetized. You have all your watch hours, right? Mm-hmm. Joe has all his watch hours, but he doesn't have the family. I have the family, but I'm like now like 400 hours shy. But I could have had that earlier this year. But last year, I was playing games because I was like, nobody's watching my vlogs. Hey, Shonda. Okay, let's see. I have a bad procrastination issue. I need deliverance from. LOL. I'm working on it too. All right, so Mr. Frank said, my lesson learned is people will be for you or they will be against you. True. See, Kenyatta, you feel me, but you on Joe's side about the tree. You can't flip-flop. You got to be on one side. Me too, Jess. I'm right behind you to be monetized. Yes, like we're so close. But like I said, I could have been did this a year ago. But I was like, no one's really watching my vlogs. And, you get in that mindset like, okay, you're on YouTube. You're just instantly going to blow up. And I even had a video that I did in September that I just did. And it's just now, 3 months later, blowing up. Had I procrastinated even longer, then I would have never put that video up. But had I did it on time, it could have been like higher in the thousands than what it is now. So yeah, procrastination, y'all, that is my weakness. Yes, Vern, I'm definitely getting on it. I'm swapping and doing all the things. So hopefully by the end of this month, fingers crossed, I'll be monetized. My goal is February 2021, but I feel like I'll have it by the end of this month. So Jess Teresa said she's 360 away. Okay, you super close. Lesson learned for me, keeping my emergency food cabinet stocked. There are so many uncertainties. Yes, because let me tell y'all, why is the grocery store already out of toilet paper and paper towels? Why? I'm confused. I've gone to the grocery store multiple times. Oh, excuse me. There's no toilet paper or paper towels.
There was some toilet paper in Kroger.
When?
Well, when I went the other day.
The other day. It wasn't any today.
No, I ain't go today.
Sick of this. His channel is Show Off Reviews. Can you put your channel in the chat? He just commented, so you should be able to see it. Okay, so Joe, what is your... Yeah, so Shonda, right up under your comment is his channel. So, babe, what's another thing that you have, another lesson you learned in 2020?
Let me see. Another lesson I learned in 2020. To do your job. It's not really a lesson I learned, but it's something I try to stick by, is to do your job. And what I mean by that is...
I was about to say, what do you mean?
But what I pretty much mean is, I don't know who got a 9 to 5, but I have a 9 to 5. And for some reason, sometimes even your coworkers be wanting you to do more work than what you're getting paid for. Nah, dog. Sometimes you have to just be like, nah, I'm just going to do this. Like, you can't really complain. Like, a lot of people, they complain when they're at work, but you still work there. So it's like, why are you complaining? That's how I feel sometimes. Like, some people, they get to the point where they get so heated and so fed up, but you're still there. So it's like,
which one to do? Quit?
yeah, if you're so upset, I'm kind of like that with certain managers or someone. If you're so upset and you don't like this job so much, quit, leave, go, bye.
But then they can't. They know that they can't find anything, but they know being at work is a safe place for you to gripe.
So why even fuss? Just do your job. As long as you do your job, you'll be okay. But people get what people really get mad is they start to do more, and then it's kind of like expected of them to do more. So like when something happens, they get a little bit more upset than they have to because they're like, well, I should just be doing this, or such and such is only doing this, but you want to give me more work. It's just not right. And, they go on a tangent and stuff like that. But I'm like, see, if you just did your job, just do your job and do your job well. And don't worry about nothing else. Then you won't be so upset. If you are so upset about a job, then leave. It might not be the place for you anymore.
But they may not think it's that easy to leave. Because you got to think about it like this. You can gripe and complain, but you do have it the best of both worlds. You do have a job. And you see what I'm saying? Like, they may not be able to start off where they're currently at. If they go to another job, they could be low man on a totem pole.
Peace.
You're so uncompassionate.
And about being compassionate, it's like, I don't want to hear you grab. We got the same job, basically, right? Some of your coworkers do the same job as you do, right? But they're so upset about the job that they do. I'm like, I'm doing the same job too, yo. So
what you need, Carmen?
I'm not as upset because I'm only coming here. I mean, I'm pretty much coming here the same as you. I'm coming here for a paycheck. I'm not gonna do more. I'm not gonna try to be such an outstanding employee. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna do my job and do my job well. Hey, baby girl.
Okay, it's fine. Tell the people, hey, Carmen.
Hey.
Big old hand. Go back upstairs.
Yeah, but that's a lesson I learned to. I wouldn't say to not care.
You gotta be quiet.
Just do your job and do your job well. And if it's to the point where you really hate your job, then it's probably best to leave. It's something in your spirit that's really telling you to leave. For real. Like, if I ever get to that point where I really hate getting up in the morning and going to a job, then I need to leave that job. For real.
I guess in that regard, like, I griped and complained when I was in my last position, but I was in a gravy job though. But I griped and complained to you. I didn't gripe and complain when I was at work.
All right. And I mean, you're gonna have, of course, some things where, it's probably a little unfair, and you don't get upset. Or you probably get upset around your coworkers because they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing or whatever. So yeah, you're gonna talk, but like, when you get to the point where you hate the job, you know what I'm saying, you just not doing your job correctly, especially like like a courier or whatever, like what I do is you're dealing kind of with the public. So when you're dealing with the public and, if you're throwing boxes over their fence, cameras are everywhere. So, they're going to call the station and say, well, this courier, this person, threw my package and it had glass in it and it's broke, even though it could have been broke before you even got there. But they'd be like, hey, we got them on the Ring camera throwing my package or whatever. So, you hear a lot of stories with people, just not really just doing their job. You gripe and complain, you fuss, and, so you got to deal with the public. So if you get to that point where you just hate your job, then, leave.
So your second lesson learned is?
Basically, the lesson learned is just to do your job. Do your job. Because sometimes...
Don't do any more, any less, because you're still basically getting paid the same.
Right. Like, if you want to do more, just do more from the kindness of your heart. Don't expect the company to even give you a pat on the back or for that company to shout you out or anything like that. Because some people, they do stuff and they feel if they don't get recognized, now they got a problem. All I do for this company and, all this stuff. Well, you decide to do it. That's the whole point. You should just did your job. Just do your job. You won't have no problem. But you know, you're doing all this extra stuff and then you ain't getting praise. So now you're upset because you're not getting praise.
Oops, sorry, babe.
So that's just one of the lessons I learned, because I was at a point where I was doing stuff on a job where I felt, dang, they ain't giving me no type of praise or no type of, hey, Joe, man, you did a good job. It was real nice of what you did for that customer or anything, no recognition. So, you know, I just put in my head, you know what? I'm just going to do my job and do it well. That's it. I'm not going overboard or anything like that. And I'm not doing less neither. So I'm not going to do a poor job, of course not. But I'm going to do my job and do it well. What I'm supposed to do and do it well. So if you're at your job, just do your job and do it well. If you're going to do something extra or you want to help your coworkers out and do something extra, don't look for recognition. Because when you start looking for recognition, you're going to start getting upset and there's going to be a snowball effect. So that's what I learned.
All right, so let's check the chat. So Mr. Frank says that he does not have a goal for monetization. It is up to YouTube. And then Kenyatta said, that's true. I always say, if you're not going to do anything about it, don't complain. And Vernes said, start your own businesses. Some companies may not give you a thank you. That is so true. Because y'all know, like, my goal is to, like, not retire from my job. Like, my goal is to, once I'm vested, which I have 5 more years, which seems like forever. Once I have my 10 years at this company, then y'all, I'm out. I just want to make sure that my retirement is vested so that way I'm still, you know, good to go with that. And then I also still have retirement from the last job that I came to, which it's a profit sharing. So as long as the real estate market continues to do what it's doing, then you want some juice?
Yeah, I need the watermelon.
Oh, babe, I got her some watermelon. It's in either in the refrigerator or in the grocery bag. Y'all know Carmen loves watermelon.
It's up to the
You see it?
Yeah, what's in the fridge?
Okay, but I still have my retirement from my previous employer. So yeah, it's still currently making me some money. And so I will say my next lesson learned is, it's hard because I have a couple, but I don't want to seem like I got all these things that I had to work on. So my lesson learned would have to be, are you ready for this? I don't have to be invited to everything. And I don't have to know everything. Even though I'm super inquisitive and I want to know all the things when they happen and all of that snazz, I also have to know that if I'm not supposed to know something, then I'm just not supposed to know something. And in that regard, in those instances where I don't know anything about it, then don't bring it to me. Don't bring it to me, because if I'm not supposed to know, I'm not supposed to know. If you're going to give me all of the things that I need to know, then yes. But I've had to learn this year that it is okay not to be involved in certain things. It's okay to be left out, even though I do feel some type of way. And not to lose any sleep on those said things. So if I'm not included in something, or somebody's having something and I didn't get invited, then it's okay. Like, it's not the end of the world. No one owes me an explanation. No one has to, and say, well, Jessica, you're not coming because of this, this, and this, or I didn't tell you because of this, this, and this. If you feel as if you don't have to tell me, then that's that, and I just need to own it and be okay with that. So, where are you going? You need a tray? Take that one. Y'all, Carmen is an eating machine.
No, I'm not eating.
You got it?
No, robot.
Uh-oh, fix the chair. Got it?
Mhm.
All right. Good job.
Yes, I got it.
All right, baby. Eat your watermelon. But yeah, so I have to be okay with that because y'all, I be in my feelings for no reason. And Joe would have to like talk me down off the ledge and let me know that it's okay. Like, you don't have to be included, and asking me why do I feel like I need to be included. And so, yeah, that's my second lesson learned. Let me check the chat real quick. My lesson learned is it's okay to say no, that I don't have to do it all. Kenyatta, girl, I'm learning that. Because Joe says that all the time. Like, I'll get swamped with cookies. And let's just say, for instance, next week, I have about 200 cookies I need to do. Joe's probably going to be like, and I know I do this every year, and you fuss at me every year, when I take on a lot of cookies and then I'm swamped, and then I still take on even more cookies and I'm in here stressed out. But I don't want to say no because these are my customers from like day one. And I know that they look forward to, me having like cookies and stuff for them. And I never told them no. But yeah, I just told Joe, I was like, I'm going to have I have a cutoff, but I'm going to have to change the cutoff to like now. Because it's no way that I'll be able to take any more and have them to the quality that I like by the end of the week. So yeah, that's a good one, Kenyatta. Carmen is so silly, y'all. Do you have another lesson learned?
Mm.
Or what is a lesson that you have learned in marriage this year? Like, what lesson have you learned, like, from us? Like us, in this year of marriage, what is something that you've learned?
I don't know.
You don't know what you've learned this year?
As far as learned.
Or what is something that it would be something that you've learned.
Yeah, it'd be something I learned.
Hey, Past Life Explorer.
One thing I guess I can say as far as being married or in a relationship is to understand that your partner or your significant other maybe is not on the same wavelength that you're on all the time. So it's okay to excuse the reaction that a person gives you.
What you mean?
Like, say for example, like I might ask you to do something, right? Let's just say I might ask you to print something out for me, or get something for me at the store. Something simple, right? And you might come back home and I'll be like, hey babe, did you get such and such, or did you print it out, or did you bring that? And then you might be like, oh, I left it, or I forgot. I forgot it, or something like that. So I may throw out some stuff, that she have done. Like if I leave something, how she get on me, and then do a table half turn thing where I get on you when you know what I'm saying. So I just might, just sweep it under the rug. So, but so before I really want to go in, like, now if it was me, I was like, if I was you.
So you're saying, like, basically the giving of grace. How in instances when you've forgotten something that I needed you to do, I didn't give you that grace. Like, okay, right. He's human, he forgot. So whereas when I forget stuff, you just be like, man, it's whatever.
Yeah,
versus
I
you
just
going in the
excuse it.
same way.
And basically, I just excuse it, be like, well, she just forgot.
Oh, so that's
I could go in on her, but she just forgot. So
what I done forgot lately besides
I
computer.
don't know. I was just giving it.
Oh,
an
what?
example, man. You see how she already ready to go in? I just
Because I was going to say what I forgot. Let me go ahead and apologize.
I know, Ed. I know.
Wait, let me look at this chat. Here is a lesson learned. Do not depend on your employer thinking you may retire from there. You must always have several streams of income. You must. Yes, that is so true.
Always monetize yourself. That is very true.
And then Kenyatta said, that's a good one at Vernes. Yes. And Edward, don't start with him. I was on go because I'm like, what you trying to say? So, my lesson learned in our marriage would be trusting you more. I think in this year, Carmen, I can hear you chew. Is it good? My lesson learned, like I said, will be trusting you more, as far as before I didn't give you as much credit or believe that you were, even though I knew you were capable of doing things like, oh, making sure the girls are situated or taking the girls to school, picking them up from school, stuff like that. It was like, okay, I'm just not even going to include you in the equation because I felt like you wouldn't do things to the caliber in which I do things. But now I'm like, how can I even allow you the chance if I'm not giving you the chance to even show that you can do those said things? So now I think I'm just in a point to where, like, why not? And I'm not losing anything by letting you. If you do something wrong, then that's when I should be like, hey, babe, let me help you with this, versus just nitpicking and not even giving you a chance out the gate. So trusting you to do more things or being able to parent freely without me micromanaging your parenting or your husband's skills, I think is something that I have learned, because I think I've changed a lot this year in our marriage than in the past 4 years. What you think? Now I just said a whole message and you talking about,
Yeah. Do you want me to be real or fake? Also, that's another thing people need to learn. Hey, just tell her how it is. We ain't getting no younger. Tell her.
But wait,
tell her how it is.
Hold on, you just bypassed mine. But what I'm saying is, do you think, as far as like our marriage now in this 5th year versus how it was year 1 through 4, as far as how I am as a wife with trusting you with more things? Because think about how I used to not let you do nothing. Like, oh, I got it. Now it's like, no, I do need you in those certain areas without like micromanaging every single little thing you do. So do you think in that regard I've changed?
Yeah, you've improved.
If you don't,
what
is
you better take that improvement.
Performance evaluation.
You just asked me a question. Have you got better? I said yes, you improved.
I think your word choice was wrong. You should have been like, yeah, babe.
In the chat, was my word choice wrong? I said yes, she's improved.
That sounds very managerial like you've improved. Last year you were a B, but now you're a C. Like, really? I mean, a C, now you're a B. I can't with you. But we've been on here for like an hour. But yeah, I think I can say like that has allowed me a less stressful being, because y'all, Joe didn't even used to pick the girls up from like school and stuff like that. I'd be like, nope, I got it. so now that has happened, and now Joe can't pick up the girls, I'm like, wait a minute. Like, it's like we're not like a unit. You know what I mean? Now it's like I'm back to doing everything by myself, but I've gotten used to having the help and us being a well-oiled team, if that makes sense. You get on my nerves talking about you improve. I can't stand when Dion do that. Right.
I got poured out. What is that?
Right.
Poured out my heart.
Poured out my heart to you, and all I get is a right. Right.
No, because sometimes, I mean, there you go, looking for instant validation.
Kenyatta, what we gonna do with them?
Instant validation.
No, it's not instant validation. I wasn't expecting you to be like, yes, babe, that's right. I was expecting you to elaborate. I was expecting you to elaborate, like, yeah, babe, things have been different because of this, and this.
But I don't have that off the top of my head, so I mean,
you get on my nerves. Kenyatta said, but I feel you, Jess. I'm getting better at that too. Yeah, it's hard. And I guess too, the other thing, as far as trusting Joe to like do more things and parent more independently without me being present, is even like where was I going with that? Help me out.
See, that's what I'm talking about. See, you just get to the point what you're about to say.
Shut up, because I had a whole thought.
And it's gone.
Jeez. What was I gonna say?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't forgot my thought. You get on my nerves. You fool? What's another lesson that you've learned in our marriage? Because I can't even remember what my thought is. Oh,
see? That's why we like, right. Okay, yeah. Because sometimes.
Kenyatta said, right, I want a round of applause. LOL, just kidding. To know you see me trying. That's all right. Like, I'm over here trying. Yes, ma'am. Ooh, you done ate all that watermelon. High five. All right, you gonna go upstairs? Really, Carmen? So yeah, what's another lesson that you've learned? Because I can't remember what I was about to say.
See, that's why we do. That's why Dion, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah. Because sometimes y'all walk all around. Instead of just getting straight to the point.
You tired?
Instead of straight to the point, y'all kind of walk all
Hey, just
around.
my opinions.
So that's why we kind of be like, hey, okay. You could have just said that.
What's the topic? So the topic is lessons learned in 2020. So if you have any lessons learned from 2020, drop them in the chat if you want to share. If not, that's okay too. You're being here is fine. Also, how is your mom? Hopefully she's doing way, way better. And how's the kids too? So yeah, what's another lesson that you've learned in our marriage this year?
One thing
usually you do this. How did I end up getting to push the button?
But this is your show, and you're doing it anyway.
Ooh.
And you got on me when I was doing it, so I just leave it alone.
You done?
Oh.
You done? Okay, I thought I need to give you another kiss.
No, that doesn't mean anything.
You done? Okay. Continue on.
I'm done. No.
No, what's your lesson?
I'm done.
What's your lesson? Tell the people.
No. I don't forgot. You doing all that extra stuff and made me forget.
My kisses make you forget?
Yep, I forgot everything.
You tell the people what's your lesson learned. You don't have another lesson that you learned in our marriage this year?
Another lesson that I've learned that is probably I won't say a good and bad thing, but a lesson that I learned and that I need to continually do is have more structure in the husband daddy role. So I'm gonna be working on that. especially in the new
What you
year,
mean?
be a little bit more structured. Like if one of the kids have gotten in trouble or something like that, we're gonna hold them to their punishment. We're not gonna be lenient because
Why you pointing at me?
I know I'm just saying
Oh.
lenient. No, see, that's what I'm talking about. You see,
I'm
it's
like,
a
look,
simple
I felt hit.
conversation. Simple conversation, and she turns it to her. That's one thing you need to work on. One of the things you need to
I
work on.
told you, it's a work in progress.
Everything is not about you.
I felt hit. I felt like you were.
Everything is not about you.
I felt like you were pointing at me.
You know who you sound like?
What? You bet not.
Okay. You told me to bring it up every time. That's who you sound like right now.
You leave me alone.
Anyway.
So you need to be
more structured. We're gonna have to change. We're gonna have to change some things around the household. We're gonna have a family meeting every month. So, to make sure everything, because sometimes with life you kind of bypass some things with your children or with your significant other, and next thing you know, it's going on a month, 2 months, and something that you wanted to say to someone, you forgot, or it just comes to you later on, or you might be upset about something that your significant other did, and it might not come out to 2 months later. So that's why I said I think we're gonna start doing like a family meeting at least like once a month. Try to do at least once a month. So if anything got on anybody's chest, they can go ahead and get it out.
So are you wanting to do family meetings with all of us things? Whatever.
No, we'll have our own separate. But
I will say that we haven't had like check-ins, like been doing our check-ins like we usually do.
Yeah, so stuff like that, and
hey, princess.
So yeah, like I said, more structure. So that's something that I've learned that I need to do, and is going to be going forward and try to hold myself accountable of doing.
Okay, let me check the chat. I don't care. What? No, we don't do that, Joe. I don't know what you're talking about. Right. I'm sick of him. Look at Dion. Busts through the door, flips the table over, throws the papers on the floor. Hold up. Did I hear my name? Hey, Dion. She's fine. She just came home today and the boys are asleep. Thank God. LOL. Lessons learned. Sometimes isolation is what may be best for some people. Yes. Okay. So that's your lessons learned as far as like the marriage goes. My lesson learned would be giving you a little bit more slack, but also still holding you accountable at the same time. Only because I know in certain things, like I know I've been at work all day, but you've been at work all day around people doing all of the things. And so giving you that slack, like, okay, well, he's not doing, you want me to rub your arm? Oh, scratch it. Okay. Joe's been at work all day, so he's not thinking about doing certain things, yada, yada, yada. But also those things that you don't do that I end up picking up the slack and I don't say anything about it, just lets it become another thing that I'm doing. And so still give you your grace because you are working way more than what I'm working, but also still hold you accountable and expect you to do those things once you've been rested and vice versa. I think part of that too falls into your, sorry, Carmen, part of that too falls into your family meetings because then I get upset and not voice it to you because I'm doing all of the things versus just saying, hey, can you do X, Y, Z? But then I guess that's where I need you to be a little bit more receptive when I come to you with those things, which I need to make sure my tone is okay, because I don't want it to be that I'm doing things that you technically should be doing and vice versa. Like, you shouldn't be doing things that I need to do, if that makes sense. But I guess that goes into you having those family meetings, because instead of me just getting annoyed at your very existence, I can tell you, hey, look, I don't like when this happens. So I guess mine would be falling into that same category too.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing?
Eating.
Oh, again?
No, just finishing.
Oh, okay. So everybody's speaking to just my opinions. Do you have anything else that you learned, or any advice that you would give people for going into the new year?
Not really. As far as advice, you want advice? Just any type of advice?
Whatever advice you want to give people. You know, you always have a little nugget.
No, I was on the advice I pretty much gave earlier. As far as, well, I'm gonna say advice. If you want something, go get it. I'll leave it at that.
What? Mr. Wells isn't elaborating?
Yeah, if you want something, go out and get it. If you want that chocolate cake, go get that chocolate cake and eat it and enjoy it. If you want a new pair of J's, hey, you might have to work for it, but get it. It may cost you a little more, but get it. You'll be happy with it. If you want that new dress, new blouse, whatever y'all women wear, new wig, lace front, whatever y'all wear.
Not the lace front, babe.
I don't know. Remy hair. Whatever type of quality, AAA, triple B, whatever y'all get.
What is that?
I don't know.
Oh.
Go out and get it. Also, one thing people always do, they say, well, I'm going to save up. I'm going to save my money and I'm going to get this. Hey, no, it's nothing wrong with saving. But don't get to the point where you're and somebody said it earlier in the chat, has, several forms of, income.
Mm-hmm.
The whole idea is to make more money. So like if you're at a job, you're getting paid X amount of dollars. You're getting paid X amount of dollars, and then you're saving.
Kenyatta said, tell it, Joe.
And then you're saving, from this one job. Let's just say you're trying to buy a car or even a house, but you're stacking your chips. You're putting all this stuff away, so you on a peanut butter jelly bologna sandwich, type of ordeal. Which, some people can do that. They can save and they can live off of that. But I just think that's kind of backwards. I think the money that you're saving, you should invest that in yourself and start something. If you sell some stuff, you got some old clothes or something old that let me tell you, when I started selling on eBay, okay, I had some old work shoes, some run down. Well, my shoes are already run down, but there was worn shoes, right? All black shoes, just some Under Armour black shoes, and I put them online for a bid of $1, right? So on eBay, you have this auction. I put it on the 3-day auction, and I'm gonna get to the point in a minute. But I put it on a 3-day auction, and I started off as $1. How about them shoes sold for $45? Run down shoes sold for $45. You get a new pair of shoes for $45. But that just goes to show you, people will pay for your used stuff if it's in all right condition. Like my shoes, they have holes in them and like that. They were still wearable. So whoever, got it probably was going to do the same thing. They was probably just going to use it as far as yard work or whatever, cutting the grass or whatever, just some throw on shoes. So I say that to say this: save less, make more. If you get what I'm saying. Save less and make more. It's good to save money. It's always good to have, some money to the side, things like that. But the object is to make more money. Period.
Period, poo.
You can't really be saving all your life. Like some people say, well, a penny saved is a penny earned. What Dan Locke say? It's still a penny.
Yeah, it's still a penny.
It's still a penny. Some people say a penny saved is a penny earned. It's still a penny. The whole object of the game is to make more money. Yes, you got the job. You need to find something that's going to boost all that. So instead of you waiting a year or 2 years to buy a car or a year or 2 years to get a home, when that can be cut down just by you selling some stuff out your house or starting your own business or just your own little, it doesn't even have to be your own business, just something that you do on the side. You might be good at making some t-shirts. You might even be good at writing poetry or anything like that. People will pay for to earn you some money. So that's on, my little 2 cents I got to add to that.
That's your nugget?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yo, go out there and get it. Go out there and get it. One life to live. Go out there and get it. Want the chocolate cake, get the chocolate cake. Want the lace front, get your lace front. Need your hair and nails did, get your hair and nails did. I know you say you're saving money, but hey, you want a little fresh. Go out there and get it.
Okay. So Dion said, I learned that both of us as married couples need to talk to get on the same page. We can't assume the other has the same goals as the other. True. And we haven't did like a check-in in a minute. Typically, Joe and I do like a check-in. We try and do it like once every 2 weeks, if not once a month. And I feel like these past couple months have just flown by. I think the last time we did like a check-in was what, like August? So yeah, we're due for a whole check-in. So Dion, I'm with you on that. Hey, Life with Lily, how are you? Welcome in. Lily said, not the lace front. Now, my advice for 2021 would be, and kind of on the same lines as, you good, Judge?
Sure.
Focus. Would be to, whatever goals that you had this year that you did not complete, don't write them off as like something that you failed at or that you didn't accomplish. Just take that as of, hey, this was not the right time for me to do it, and still proceed. I know a lot of people say all the time, like when they see me and Joe, oh my goodness, I don't know how y'all do it. Y'all have kids, y'all have businesses, y'all work, yada, yada, yada. Like, how do you have time? You make time for the things that you want. You make time for your grind. There's nights that Joe and I put the girls to bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and we're up until 12, 1 o'clock in the morning working on our business. Joe will be in the garage getting his stuff situated, taking his pictures upstairs, loading up stuff, and I could be in the kitchen baking cookies, doing whatever it is that I need to do. If you continue to make those excuses on why you can't do those things or why you cannot get to that next level, is going to be your downfall. Also, the other thing that I would have to say going into 2021 is, everybody's journey is not your journey. You can't look at somebody else's win and want to get in on that moment. You don't know what has happened in the back end of that whole process. They could have had 50 million losses to get to this one win, and all you're seeing is Clark is gone. All you see is just this one thing, the glory at the end of the tunnel. You don't know all the work that had to go into that. And I say that to say this. There's a few people who look at my business and they see where I'm at, but you don't see all the grinding that has happened. You don't see all the things that I do on my own to cut costs from me having to pay somebody to run my website, pay somebody to do my deliveries, pay somebody to come in and actually bake or handle my social media or do whatever. Like with my cookie business, I do everything myself. There's sometimes that I, rely on Joe or, my mom, my dad, my sister, and brothers to deliver cookies. But for the most part, you're getting me. You're getting me from the rooter to the tutor. But I had a conversation with someone and, and there's nothing wrong with people doing events or doing vendor events or anything like that. That charger really charged really fast. Because when I first started my business, Joe will tell you, like, I was gone every weekend. Every single weekend, I was out at different events, promoting my business, just selling cookies underpriced, just so I could get my name out there, just so I could be a household name. Now that I've gotten to the status to where I'm at, not tooting my own horn, but I don't have to do those things anymore. But don't get mad because I'm at this level to where I don't need to do those things because I already put in the work. You don't see all of that stuff that happened year one. You don't see all the things that I missed out on in year one of my business to get to where I'm at right now. And vice versa. People don't see what you did. Like, they don't see how you was just selling random stuff or whatever. They just see, oh, now, oh, you're selling this. Oh, you got that. Or just counting your pockets. People don't see where the journey began. They're just seeing the right now moment, and they think that that's where they need to be. So just know that just because somebody's path took them that way doesn't mean your path is going to take you that same way. And one of my my OBGYN said this years ago, and it's always stuck with me. If you have your blinders on, you don't see what's going on the side of you. He was like, that's why horses wear them, because they're focused on what's in front. So if you're always focused on what's in front and what's your goal, then you don't have time to worry about what somebody else is doing or what goal they've reached or whatever. You don't know what they're doing to get to that point. So I say all that to say this. Once you go into 2021, whatever goals that you didn't accomplish this year, don't write them off. Continue to press forward with those goals. And don't get sidetracked or manipulated in the process that you didn't achieve something just because somebody else achieved it, or they started a business, or they're doing this, or they bought a car. Know that you will get there eventually. Just know that your path is for you and their path is for them. So let me check the chat really quick. What is a check-in? Just curious. Sorry, y'all. Carmen is snoring. What does a marriage check-in consist of? And so for us, I'll say what it is for me and you can say what it is for you. So for us, when we went through premarital counseling, our pastor was like, hey, it's good for y'all to have those check-ins because life gets so hectic that you forget, hey, it's a whole nother person that you need to, ask, hey, how's everything going? What goals are you trying to reach? So Joe and I, we try and make sure that we ask each other, okay, and Joe is really, really good about holding me accountable. Like, okay, you said you were going to do this, this, and this. So where are you with this? What goal with your business are you trying to reach this month? What are we doing with the kids? Okay, we have a vacation that we're trying to take. Where are we at with that? What all do we need? Things of that nature. Or just simply, hey, babe, what's going on? Like, how you feeling? Like, I noticed that you did this. You okay? Yada, yada, yada. So that's kind of how I feel that our check-ins are. Because Joe and I, our schedules are super crazy. So I'll be home with the kids for 3 hours before Joe comes home. And when he comes home, it's pretty much he's eating and then going to sleep. And the kids really don't get to see Joe during the week because he's at work. So that's why it's kind of good for us to have a check-in, just because we don't get to talk to each other all day, every day. What do you feel like I answered that right as far as like the check-in goes?
Yeah, I don't know if he was talking about that type of check-in, but
He said,
us,
"What is your marriage check-in consist of?"
but I believe we were talking about checking in once a month. You know how I was talking about
Oh
checking in once a month. So what she was saying, that's one way of checking in, a form of it. Another form of checking in is basically like how I said you're gonna have like a family meeting, and it's basically just to keep up to what your spouse is doing. So like we'll have our family meeting with the girls and us, and then we may go off into our room and then just have another check in as far as um, okay, anything that I didn't do, or just checking in, everything all right, everything good, anything you need me to do going forward. What do we have planned going forward for the next month? Is any events we need to go to? Any parties or something we got invited to? Are we going? Are we not going? It's just kind of just a checking in because, like I said, life is kind of fast, and like she says, she works. Then she gets off. She got to get the kids. That takes up a lot of her time. And then not only that, she may have to sling some cookies. So, and then by the time I get home, of course, it's late. I'm tired. So, I might sit down, talk to the girls. When I play with the girls a little bit, while she's out there hustling and busting on the cookies. And before
Well, we know it is like
one
it's bedtime.
it's late. Sometimes I sit on this couch right here and watching TV.
I'll be out.
I am gone.
And sometimes I'm like, he just be so tired, I just leave him down here. But then that goes a whole day that we really haven't talked. Because we'll talk when I go to lunch, but Joe's still on the road. So we've also agreed that we don't have any important conversations while the other one is working. Yeah. And so if it is something important that we have to talk about, we can't even talk about it until both of us are home in a sound mind and body, because if not, that situation can go all the way left really quick. So Life with Lily says, Jess, you're the reason why I'm doing 12 days of Vlogmas. Thank you for your positive and thank you. So positive and inspirational. You're welcome, girl. I'm gonna be tuned in to your 12 days for sure. And then Dion said, well, I guess I'll have to try to look sexy next year. Then shaking my head. Thank you, Kenyetta. Yeah, I just say, oh, sorry, Carmen. I just say definitely, if you do have a spouse or a significant other, definitely check in. Even if it's just like a mental check, like, how you feeling? You good? Or if y'all just sit there and just spend some type of quality time together. Because like I said, you know what? We haven't really had a check-in because our check-ins were at date night. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So since we haven't really had a date night, our date nights were when we would be out for 2, 3, 3.5, 4 hours, and we would just sit there and talk. And since all this stuff is happening, we don't get to go out and have that time away from the kids. So yeah, I miss date night. You miss date night? I miss date night. I miss like getting dressed up and being all cute from a boo. And then us going out without the kids, and I miss that. I really want the world to go back normal. Hey, the Robertsons. Let's see. AW says, do you and Joe plan out your upcoming year at the end of each year? Do you two plan family vacations, couple vacations, or even date nights a year in advance, or do you plan it on the fly? Family vacations, we do. Hold on. I'm waiting on my wife to cat call me while I walk by one day. Know what I'm saying? So, family vacations are a little bit different because we have not taken a family vacation with us ever on an extended trip. We've always gone with my parents. So my mom is super big on no matter how many kids you get, no matter how married you are, we always do a family vacation. And typically our family vacation is us four, my parents, my sister, and my brother. That's one type family vacation. Or it's us four, my parents, my sister, brother, my grandma, my granddaddy, my aunts, their kids. Those are our family vacations. So typically when we do those, we're gone for 2 weeks. So that's that. We did used to plan our couples vacations. Our couples vacations would be October and April. Those would be the 2 times that we would just do couples things because our anniversary is in April. And typically the kids are out of school for Columbus Day. So my parents could have the kids and not have to worry about taking them to point A and point B. They could just stay at the house. As far as like little day trips, sometimes we just do those spur of the moment or like maybe 1 or 2 weeks in advance. I'll tell Joe, hey, look, Joe's a homebody. He would stay home all the time and we wouldn't go nowhere. But I'll say, you know what, babe, let's take the kids to the zoo. We would go to the zoo. I really wanted to take Carmen to the aquarium because Carmen's older now, so she can actually enjoy it. It's a lot of things that we were actually planning on doing this year. We were going to go to Tennessee, probably go to Virginia. We were going to go to Disney for 2 weeks. And so it's a lot of things that we were going to do that we didn't get to do, but we do plan those. But as far as date nights, we know the second... When did we go on date night? Either the first or third Saturday of every month, we would go on a date. And I would go get a new dress or a new outfit or whatever. We would make dinner reservations, drop the kids off, and then just chill at the restaurant or go watch a movie or something. Just something to where it was just us. I really do miss that. I really miss that.
No.
Okay, so Dion said on a serious tip, I think when we have things to discuss, you have to come to it knowing it to solve any issues, not pin each other down. Yes. And I think when Joe comes to me with issues, my instinct is defensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's always defensive. Which, if I'm more open-hearted to what you're saying, the conversation wouldn't go all the way left. And typically it goes all the way left because of me.
Well, I believe they know that from earlier today.
Hush, babe. It goes left because of me. But I'm working on that because my attitude before versus now is completely different. Because I would be completely reckless for no reason when it would be just a simple, hey, babe, could you move your shampoo after you take a shower? And I would go all the way to the extreme and bring up stuff that happened a year ago. For what? Just to prove a point that, oh, you can't come to me, that you're not coming to me with something. I got to come to you with something too that you've done. So I guess especially this year, I've gotten a lot better with that because it's pointless. And Joe has also said that I need to be more understanding and know that he's not coming to say something that's to attack or, just for me to automatically be defensive. It's, hey, I'm coming so that way you're aware. And I just wasn't taking it like that. So yes, you were right about that. Wow, me and my husband have not took a vacation by ourselves. It's always been with the kids. My parents are big on us taking vacations. They be wanting us to leave the kids. My parents literally want the kids to stay the night as much as possible. So that's why it's so easy for us to go on vacations. But we would go every April. Even if it was just a weekend trip or a day trip, we would go every April and October. Stupid COVID. I was ready for this year to take family trips. We normally go with her family, but never really did anything as our own family. Yeah, same with us. We haven't either. Everything's been with my mom. My mom and my dad. Try to go alone if you can. Yes. Leave them kids. Because at the end of the day, when them kids go off to college, you have to look at your spouse. And if y'all haven't done anything with each other, you spending all that time trying to rebuild versus expand on. I'm a truck driver, so I was looking at spots we could drive to. A 13-hour drive, no problem. We can make that easy. Y'all know Joe ain't driving nowhere in 13 hours. What's your rule, babe?
4 hours.
4 hours, and where's the flight?
Where's the flight? Man, I really commend. I know a couple of truck drivers. Man, I commend y'all so much, man. To be on that road, to carry all that freight, all that weight, man. I commend y'all, man, because driving, I can't imagine just
driving that all the time.
Driving all the time. 8 hours, 9 hours, 13 hours.
Y'all, I don't even if I can help it, Joe doesn't drive when we go anywhere in the city. Knowing that Joe drives all of the time, I'd be like, man, just get in the passenger seat. Now, if it's a date night, Joe will drive. But 9 times out of 10, if we just go on from point A to point B, he be in the passenger seat. I'm like, you drive all of the time. Just sit still. But yeah, we flew to Miami because I told Joe, I was like, oh, we could fly. I'm ready to box. Yeti. Me too. I'd be like, say one thing so I can fly off. Please. Justify me snapping. But I said we could drive to Miami, and Joe was like, it's a no for me. We got to Miami, in an hour and a half? It was the quickest flight.
I mean, it's cool. Like, some people, they like open road. So, I get that. I'm just not that type of person. I'm surprised that when we went to Daytona that one time, because that was 6 hours. I was there. I was like, man, when is this road going to end? That's what I be thinking. But some people like the scenery, going through the woods, not through the woods, I'm sorry, but like seeing the pasture and
I guess my thing is we never flew when I was younger. So whenever we would go on trips, like for instance, we would go to Disney World, we would drive. But now since we have kids and seeing as though when we drove to Virginia, it seemed like that was the longest drive ever, we would probably fly and rent a car. Like, just because it will probably be so much easier. And plus it's not wear and tear on your car. You don't think about wear and tear on your car when you're in somebody else's car. But when it's your car, you be like, nah, fam. I tried to. Hopefully soon. Yes, hopefully y'all do soon. Hey, Just Vlogging Life. Bae, I watched Just Vlogging Life the other day, and she did a whole wine tasting with her husband. It was the whole situation. Or let's drive to Miami. We can tag team the drive. It ain't nothing but 9 hours. And that's what I was telling Joe. But Joe was like, that drive back, you're not going to want to drive back.
And that's my whole thing. It's like, it's cool driving there. Like, if he was like, oh, yeah, we go ahead and drive to Miami, I'd be reluctant. I'd rather fly there. But it's the whole point of, you going all the way to Miami to have a good time, right?
Yeah.
You're going to have fun. And, you're going to be tired. So at the end of the day, you be like, dang, we got to drive 9 hours back home.
Yeah.
After doing all that partying or having fun, your body is, to me, I think your body will be kind of tired. So
now, I will say you're right about that, because my best friend, Jamelia, if you're watching, girl, you already know how you do. Y'all, my best friend is notorious. When she has a birthday party, it's out the gate. You doing something. No breaks. Jamelia schedules in a nap. Like, that's how much you're on the go. We hit Miami at what? We got to Miami at 9 o'clock in the morning. 11 o'clock, we were already headed to our restaurant. Had we had to drive back from Miami after we had a whole 3-day situation, we wouldn't have made it. We would have not made it at all. Now on the way back, we probably would have, because our flight was delayed 50 million times and we didn't get back. But literally, y'all, when we were in Miami, it was from sun up to sundown. We were doing something. The only thing that we did not do was go to the strip club. That was the first night. We're not strip club people. But yeah, y'all, I had to agree with Joe on that, because if we had to drive back, it would have been a miserable trip. And on top of that, we wouldn't have been able to spend as much time with my best friend on the last day. It would have been pretty much like, okay, hey, bye, we back on the road. So yeah. And when we went on our cruise for our honeymoon, if we would have had to drive back. Yeah, so I agree. Shut up, babe.
At first, I wasn't even like that, but when I first flew, I was in the military, and I flew, and I'm like, damn, we're already in Chicago. I was like, man, I said, flying is the thing to do. I kind of like see why people just like, man, I just take a flight, because
it's so much easier.
You have more time to do stuff when you get there. So let's just say if you want to go to Miami or whatever, Chicago, Virginia, whatever.
Should I be like, we could take a fly to Atlanta.
you daggone get in your car, and you can team up and do 4 hours here, 4 hours there. Like, I drive 4 hours and she'll drive 4 hours. But you get on a plane and you there in 2 hours. 2 hours. So
it takes more time to get on the flight than it does to actually get there.
Yeah, so your 8 hours, now you actually at the place that you wanted to go to. You have a whole nother
6 hours,
to play while you at the hotel. You go out to eat, some things happen. There's just so much more to do. And then when you leave, you be like, damn.
And it's less money because on that end, because you're not having to stop. You know what I mean? You ain't got to stop to get gas. You ain't got to stop to feed nobody. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to do any of that along the way. But Kenyatta girl, we are definitely, once this Rona is over, me and Joe, we are coming to where you at. And we're going to do a couples date. Y'all with the kids. We can kick the kids to the curb. Whatever. Girl, you know we done talked about this.
You also know what's funny with that too? And I think wife over here, she was a little upset when we had came back from Jamaica thing, and you had to drive back from.
Oh my God, see, y'all, we had to drive. Let me tell you,
the deal was originally I drive.
Joe drove there.
I drove there, and she was gonna drive back. But that's what I'm saying.
Y'all, them 2 hours from Atlanta to here, I could not press that pedal down hard enough. I was so annoyed because you had to go to work the next day, right?
Yeah.
Joe had to go to work the next day. Y'all, I was so annoyed. And then the fact that he was snoring, I just wanted to chop him in his throat. I
was tired, so I was like, man, I'm going to go ahead and catch me a nap. It was
I literally got here. So our flight, we were supposed to be back in our city by 8:30. Our flight got delayed. We didn't get onto our flight until midnight. We arrived from Miami to Atlanta at like 2 o'clock in the morning. It seemed like it took forever to get home. I got home in an hour and a half. I was like, forget it. It usually takes 2.5 hours to get from Atlanta to where we're at. Hour and a half. I was like, any cop can get me on this day. I was so tired. I was trying to stay up. Y'all know I can't see in real life. So, you know, at night, I was like, Lord, let me just get both of us home because Carmen and Leah can't be no orphans. That was the longest 2 hours. So I could only imagine if that was 9 hours. Yeah. Well, I just got done nursing my youngest. We're not having no more kids. I pray this vaccine works so we can go somewhere. We haven't had a honeymoon yet. Oh, no. You haven't had a honeymoon? Girl, drop them kids. Drop them off somewhere. Go and take you a honeymoon. You need all that time with your honey bun. Right. I'm so used to driving. We drove from Washington State to Alabama. That's like, what, 24 hours? Kenya. I'd be like, just drop me off in Utah. That's true. The drive back seems forever. After all the fun is over, who wants to drive? Bye, Lily. Have a good night. Yeah, ain't nobody doing that. Y'all, them 2 hours seem like an eternity. But we made it. Safe and sound. Our marriage survived because hearing him snore ticked me off. I was like, let's just get a hotel. Like, I was so annoyed. Remember that? I was like, we could just get a hotel and just try this again tomorrow. And Joe was like, no, we are going home today. We could have drove. How long it took us to leave Miami, we could have drove here and made it. Yeah. So we're pro advocates for going to 2 hours is normal for us here in Atlanta. Wow. You go, okay. Yeah, y'all, yeah, Washington State to Alabama, that's a long drive. Kenyatta, how long was that? I know from Georgia to Texas is 24 hours. Wait, so no, that has to be longer than 24 hours. From Georgia to California, that's 3 days?
I know Georgia, California. I don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna check it out. We definitely want to take a flight with the kids. Yes, girl, I'm so mad when I'm driving and he over there snoring. I'll be ready to count.
Why you be bad, yo?
Kenyatta. Girl, you feel me? I be like, you have the nerve to even doze off. What kind of co-pilot?
You are, you good. Let's go ahead and catch these Z's real quick.
And I'd be like, babe, you good over there? I purposely say something to wake him up. She was so Y'all, I was so annoyed. And Joe was like, don't be getting mad at me. I was like, I'm tired. Been up all day.
You chose this.
And then I was trying to, like when you're on the plane, y'all have to you have to chew the gum. Well, when we came back from our honeymoon, I didn't chew the gum. I fell asleep. And so, y'all, it took forever for my ears to pop. So when I'm on flights, I don't even go to sleep. I just constantly chew the gum because my ears are so sensitive. This one can go to sleep and be fine. Maybe I just got little baby ears. Dion says she don't drive on long trips. I'm the one driving. It was about 4 to 5 days. Oh my God. Yeah. No. We can't do it. Us driving to Virginia with the kids, Carmen was newly potty trained, and Leah was Carmen potty trained? When we went to Virginia. Carmen wasn't potty trained. No, she wasn't, because we didn't go 2018.
Yes, we did.
When did we go to Virginia? How old is Carmen?
She's 4.
2000. You might be right, Lee. Y'all, it was too much. It was too much. And for us to get from here to Virginia should have only been 6.5, 7 hours. It took us almost 9 hours. And the girls weren't even bad. It was just we had to stop because of them. So no, next time we'll fly. I'm gonna need you to take a seat because I do. Thanks. What part of Virginia? Richmond. And so all my dad's family is in Richmond, Virginia. Closer to this side of Richmond, not the other side. My mom always says that. I don't know what that means, but I guess maybe it takes us a shorter time to get there. But it was it's supposed to be 6.5, 7 hours. When my dad drives, it's 6.5 hours. I don't know how fast he's going, but it took us almost 9 stopping with these youngins. We stopped close to south of the border, and then we stopped again right before we got to Virginia. So yeah, it was a whole thing. And then when we were going to Orlando, this year we were trying to figure out if we were going to fly and rent a car, or if we were just going to drive. And if we were going to drive, we were going to rent a car. But with us being in Disney, I had already told Joe we was about to spend all of the money because Carmen is old enough now to where she can really thoroughly enjoy Disney. And we were just going to do all of the things because the last time we went to Disney, Carmen was 6 months and I was still breastfeeding. So I didn't really get to enjoy myself like I wanted to. And this was going to be Joe's first time going to Disney. So it was going to be a whole thing. I don't even like to drive to my husband's job. And that's only 30 minutes away. We drive to Disney and it took us 7 hours. We left at like 2 a.m. though. See, that's the thing. Who wants to get up that early to drive? That's it. Like now since we fly, who wants to get up that early?
When you fly, you can just be like, oh, I'm just going to sleep in.
Yeah, you can be like, we're going to leave here at this time.
It takes about 45 minutes to get to the, get to the airport and back. On the airport, shoo, you gone. You can take a rest, sit back. You ain't got to worry about paying attention to no road. You just up in the air, flying smooth.
Yeah.
I just get it now while people fly over.
Now I will say that turbulence be done had me. Remember when we was coming back from Miami and it was that storm? Joe was asleep. I'm over here panicking because we're in the middle of a storm trying to get back to Georgia. And it rained all the way back. And y'all know I can't stand the rain.
It was just funny because when we got to Atlanta to fly back here to Augusta, it's almost like 30 minutes or something like that. I looked around like, damn, we
was back. Like it seemed like we got to Atlanta in like an hour.
Yeah, it was so quick.
Yeah.
We took off and the next thing you know, you hit a pallet. All right. All right, you're gonna have to shave your belt. We're gonna be lying. All right, damn,
we were like here.
I said, boy, line, that's where it's at. That flying.
Yeah. But we were supposed to be back way before then. And it wasn't, we went to Miami in January, y'all. So coming from Miami weather back to Georgia weather, it was freezing. It was wet. We had to walk, y'all. It was just a whole ordeal. Ain't nobody got time. It was going to cost us too much to fly. 5 people, maybe $2,000 just to fly on top of the $2,000 we paid for Disney. Not to mention the spending money and the rental car. We went in 2017 and it was Dion's first time. We had plans to go this year. Yes, we did too. But when we go to Disney, I get a discount with my job to where if you pay for 4 days, you get 3 days. And we also have family in Florida. So we're actually going to go to Disney and then also see family. But when we go to Disney, we don't only just go on Disney grounds. We go to like other places too. So we're going to go to the Upside Down house because Joe hadn't been. We're going to go to Ripley's. We were going to go to, I don't know. We had the wax museum because we were all going to do our hands. Y'all was going to do all the things. And then stupid virus. And so, yeah. And we're going to go to Typhoon Lagoon. I wanted to go to SeaWorld because it's the last year they had the orcas. I wanted the girls to actually see them so they could actually see them do tricks, aka animal abuse. Wanted all of that. I wanted to do all of the things. Had it planned out. I wanted the girls to eat breakfast with the princesses. Now we have to put that off. I don't know what we were going to do. Oh, I wanted to stay in Cinderella's castle.
Oh, yeah.
That was the other thing. I was going to sign up, put us on the wait list to stay in Cinderella's castle. And we were going to all sleep in one bed. Because if y'all have ever seen the prices for Cinderella's castle, y'all know how expensive it is for 2 beds in one room. We would have just been in a California king popping. Okay? Not to change the subject, but Jess, your hair looks amazing. I'm transitioning from relaxed to natural. What kind of products do you use? Okay, so 1, thank you, girl. 2, I started off using, what was the stuff that I was using on my hair? Bella Curls. And I purchased that from Dollar General. So I was doing Bella Curls with just a regular conditioner.
No, we just got that from the regular hair store.
No, I got that from Dollar General. They don't sell it in the regular hair store. They have it at Dollar General and Target. So I would just spray like a leave-in conditioner, warm water, and the Bella Curls. And I would do finger coils in my hair. So that's what this is. But I ran out of that, and I just haven't gone to Dollar General. And so I started using Cantu, the curl mustard. And now I'm using the Cantu and the Aunt Jackie's Don't Shrink. And I just literally finger coil my hair like so and just let it be. And I blow dry it for a couple of minutes. Once it gets like kind of dry, then I just untwist the finger coils, or I do 2-strand twist and go to bed with it. However, y'all, I got my hair flat ironed for our pictures in October, and it changed my curl pattern. So I used to be a 4C. Now I'm like a 3B, 3C. And I don't even know how to do my hair. So that's how I switched to the Aunt Jackie's. And I just switched to her this week. But I did a big chop in 2019. March of 2019, I cut off all my relaxed hair. And I just learned how to do my regular hair. Now, shampoo-wise, I use whatever shampoo is on sale. Whatever conditioner is on sale. Typically, I use Pantene. And I only wash my hair once a week. No, I wash my hair with actual shampoo once a month or once every 2 weeks, depending on how much product I have. But for the most part, I just do a co-wash. That's it with my hair. Right. That's what we did. And we had fam in Florida too. Also, Kenyatta, if y'all have family in Florida, you can ask them to get you a discount on the tickets at Disney World, FYI. So next time y'all go to Disney, remember we're your family too. We need a discount. Bet I got y'all. So yeah, so I may do like a video of my hair care routine, because I had a few like just this weekend. Oh my God, your hair looks so good. What are you using on your hair? And yeah, I literally just did this twist out this morning. And my trick too to make everything look full is, can y'all see that? I have hairpins right here to just push my hair up. And so it gives me more fullness. It's a little trick. But 2-strand twist or finger coils. Typically, I do finger coils in the front and 2-strand twist everywhere else. But today I just did finger coils, like big ones with, just my index finger. So yeah, we've been on here for almost 2 hours. Y'all, it's 10:30. Carmen's over here snoring. Jess got to go do some more work. So we are going to go ahead and end this episode, our last episode of Weekends with the Wells for the year. And then we'll be back. Oh, we may not be able to do, we may have to do January. You should do a hair video. Okay, bet. I found out. Oh, dang, homie. Yeah, you get a huge discount from family in Florida. I have a few family members in Florida, and then my best friend is in Florida. So, but when we weighed it all out, me getting the discount at work technically was cheaper because we also got to go to the water parks too. But I'm probably going to do a hair video so that way y'all can see it. And I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do for Weekends with the Wells in January, because we're supposed to be having a Christmas exchange with my besties on the weekend that we're technically supposed to be doing Weekends with the Wells, but we'll figure it out. We'll do something. So anyways, that is going to be it for this edition of Vlogmas. I will see y'all tomorrow because I still need to edit my video for tomorrow because I procrastinated. And so yeah, so I will see you tomorrow on tomorrow's episode of Vlogmas. If y'all like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification so you never miss an upload, you guys. And until the next time, I will see you guys on the next one. You gonna do it with me? Talk to you soon.